Right, good evening ladies and gentle peeps, it's that time again. UIRL F1 Season 19 Race 13 here in Miami. Welcome to everybody, welcome Penguin, welcome Penguin Boy, welcome Nick. Hope I find you everybody well and, well, just well. As usual, if you're not very well, I hope you get better soon. 11 on the grid tonight. Let's see how it goes this week, shall we? We got, that's probably Kylo. It's nice to see Kylo back. I'm glad his arm's getting better. Is that Kylo? Might as well wait, see how he gets run. It's not one of my favourite tracks, this one this week, I have to say. It's not a bad track, it's just, it has its moments. Hasn't got a lot of grip. And it's got that Mickey Mouse section underneath the overpass, which is a little bit tricky. That right, Nick down the head of it. Sorry, we just Kylo again. Talking to myself, didn't listen to us on Tartan Bollocks. Although if you didn't listen to us on Tartan Bollocks, you won't listen to us at all. Well, good luck with that Forest, no TC. It isn't as easy as it sounds. Done it myself. I used to run no TC, no ABS. Took a long time to master. Took 2 seconds to fuck it up. But good luck with that. Hoping for a good race tonight, hoping for not so many track limits. Like last week, only had one driver that didn't have them. Who was that again? I have a quick shift actually. Paddle. Let's jump aboard the McLaren. That was not a good way of coming out with that corner. Let's see how he gets on. This is not a fast lap, so may as well come off that. Isn't it? .28.6, that is your benchmark from the man, the myth, the legend, that is sure that. Championship leader, of course. And his teammate jumped ahead of him with a 27.5. Wait till we got up there. Little horrors. Last couple of turns. George, I think that's a new driver of the night. It is, in fact, George, unless the gamer tag has changed. Oh, what's that, Williams doing? Not sure that's the route we have in the track, but here we go. Where's Little Horace crosses the line? 4th, 28.1. So we do driver 27545 going to the top of the shop for me. There's Bobby there. Jamie. Jamie's just starting a lap, is he? But. Got to be careful of that curb on the inside there. It will, as you saw, unsettle the car craziness. Kylo hits the top of 27.461. Very nice lap there by Kylo. There's this Jamie. Only up into 6. That one there. But curb plate run here did not do him any favours at all. I'm pretty sure control's not on a lap. Definitely is not a car that looks like it's on a fast lap. Let's see how far this gets on. Like I say, he's trying no traction control this week. Good luck to that. Like I say, I know how hard it is in these cars. I mean, we're not F1 drivers, we're just a bunch of lads who reckon we're F1 drivers. But I've got to say, when I did it with no TC and no ABS, I had a lot more satisfaction in the car. Here we go, let's jump on board with Forrest, see how we get on. Too much right foot. And again. And again, he's put a time on the board to be fair. And he's going to carry it on. Deep into that turn there. And across the line, only a 28.9. It's going to be a lot more control on these. Got me fuel there. I had a feeling that was going to happen. And Nick hits the top spot in a 27.0 at 22. Very nice that. What the projected time was going to be. Let's have a look. But the 26.6-ish is written for pole position this week. We'll have to wait and see. Right. Bob's on that lap, isn't he? Yep. Let's jump aboard, Bob. Boom. Five and a half minutes left of the sesh. Plenty of time to put a good lap in. Just going to put Bob. Ooh, he's still up there by Bob, to be fair. Who's there? Could be. Wow. Okay, that's moving that lap by a look at it. Let's have a look at it. The horrors. Where is he? There he is. It's just started the lap. A bit of drag there by the horrors. Evening, Paraboy. Why haven't you put a lap in yet? Are you just going to do your one lap qualifying again, are you? Straight to pole. Little Horace cross the line, goes second with a 27.2. Very nice. Can he close at the top there? Runners on an outlap by look at it. Wait for doing that. I haven't watched it yet, the neat. Let's jump on board the man, the myth, the legend. Whoa! What the fuck was that? Rare mistake by Jonah there. Right, who we got out there? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. How the boys finally decide to come out the pits. Just under 2 minutes left. And Paddle Boy, only 4 from 27.4. As good as he usually does. Tribe on the lap, I think he is. Drive crosses the line and stays where he is, 27.6. Oh, I didn't see where he went. Second. So that's qualifying. Oh, excuse me. And Nick takes the top spot. Go on, Nick, with a 27.0, 22 with a new driver in the Aston there, George in second. Then we've got Little Horace, Kylo and Paddle in fifth. Then we've got Jonah, Jamie, Tribe, Control, Forrest and Bob. The lads have a 5-minute break as usual. Hopefully nobody touches the A button and readies up on the grid, because, you know, we don't need that sort of shit, do we? Right, here we go with the USA National Anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight bore the ground as we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave.
Oh, there he went again. That national anthem was performed by the Texas somebody choir. I can't remember who it was. University choir, I think it was, actually, to be fair. Right, as usual, got a hand down to my mate Crofty. What do you got for us this week, Crofty?
Welcome to the Magic City. We're here at the Miami International Autodrome, the home of the Hard Rock Stadium, a multi-purpose sports and entertainment hub which has hosted Super Bowls, Baseball World Series, numerous rock concerts, and of course, as of 2022, Formula One. With great opportunities for wheel-to-wheel battles featuring 19 corners, 3.36 miles long, and expected average speeds of 138 miles an hour, the Miami International Autodrome will be sure to create lots of chances to overtake.
Cheers, Crofty. We shall hear from you again next week in Bahrain next week. Bahrain. Where was I? Oh, yes. Sorry if I'm not on my best this week, ladies and gentle peeps. I don't feel very well. I don't know why. My eyes are killing us, my gut's killing us, I want to throw up. My head wants to explode. I don't know what's going on. So, if I'm not as chatty as I normally am, I apologise. But the racing shouldn't diminish. I think we're just about ready up. From what I can see in Discord, just waiting for the drivers to do it. Here we go. Just like that. Let's get this up for Tyres. 4 of them on the hard, everybody else on the mediums. Not sure if this is going to be a 1 or a 2 stop race. Could not think of the word there for it. Right, let's try this one. Nick, the grid is pole position man, Nick. Very nice lap there by Nick. Followed by George in second and third with Little Horrors. And then we've got Kylo and Paddleboy. 6th is Jonah, 7th we've got is Jamie, and then we've got Tribe, Control, Forest, and Bob. Nice dry race. Mate, I have driven this track in the wet and it's not the easiest, so luckily it is nice and dry for the boys. Hopefully it'll give me a better camera angle than that. It normally does. Right, watch for the lights. Anghold, and we are away. Good start by everybody. Bob getting a little bit squirrely off the line there, but Nick gets into turn 1. Oh, Jonah's gone barreling into turn 1. It's slammed into the side of somebody there, but he's went round. Looks like everybody's managed to get away with that. Let's have a quick look at Jonah got any damage to that. It doesn't look like it, does it? He's a long way off the back now. Got a big old ask for Jonah to get on the podium tonight, but like I said before, don't ever count him out. So we've got Nick from George and Kylo, that is your top 3, and then we've still got Little Horrors and Jamie, Paddle, and then we've got Tribe. Who's that behind? Is that Control, trying to get past Forest in the Williams, is that? Forest manages to hang on. Just through what, still side by side. Long way. I was going to say that is not the best way through that corners, to be fair. Who's that trying to take? See, Kylo's dropped in 3 places. I didn't notice that, but that's pretty much. Let's get rid of that for now. Oh, Williams doing the inside. Oh! RB hits the inside curb, and the Williams is all over the place. Whoa! It's going on, boys. Come on, calm your knickers. So, lap 2. We've got Nick just ahead of George with Little Horrors and Paddle behind them too. Oh, excuse me. Where are we? 5th, okay. Got a yellow flag. I think that might be Forest. Having trouble doing, isn't he? Well, I mean, like I say, it's not easy on no traction control in these cars. Losing BHP behind your right foot. It's all about muscle memory, to be fair. So it's still Nick now out with DRS from George, who's now got Little Horrors, who's just got, oh, they've hit each other. I didn't see what happened. I was looking at the list and I didn't quite see what happened there, but I would say one was going from the inside of the other and spun the other run, so that drops them two down to 7th and 8th. Jonah New, after his debacle at turn 1, in 9th, 10th is Tribe, and then we've got Forest in 11th. Back to leaders, still Nick out front, 2.5 seconds almost from Paddleboy New, and Jamie, hang on, where are they? Milo and Control side by side. Where are they? There they are, and Control comes with a head of Kylo in 6. Bob's made up a canny few places from the back. And then we've got George and Little Horrors. Jonah trying to make up for his first corner mistake, and Tribe, and still Forrest, he's still hanging on the back of there. He's not dropping off the back of the excuse me, back of the pack, so that's good. 2.5 seconds. Nick will do this if he can get in front and get some clear air on his front wing. He gets away. Does Canny as well. nearly 3 seconds ahead of Paddleboy, who's now got Jamie right on his gearbox. DRS, is he going to get him into that turn? No, he's not. 2 seconds. Through the Mickey Mouse chicane as our car. Be careful of track limits there, but the bollard's still there, so nobody's cut that corner yet. So still Nick from Paddleboy and Jamie, that's your top 3. With Control Loop up to 4th and 5th. Is with you like George. Hanging on in there, and that's only lap 3, got a long way to go yet. Who's that behind? Is that Forest, Little Horrors and Kylo. The inside of the Ferrari. And Bob going down the inside of the Ferrari. Little Horrors losing 2 places there, or they're still side by side. We've got DRS, who's got the faster one. Going into turn 1. Little Horrors stays on the inside of Kylo. Actually, Bob's getting past the pair. Excuse me, Bob's getting past the pair of them. So little Kylo ahead of Little Horrors. With Jonah right behind him. With Tribe and Forrest still hanging on in there. He's doing well considering. Like I said, first race with no traction control is never easy. And he's still hanging on the back, just over a second off the back of Tribe there. Back to leaders, there he is, Nick. Nearly 3 seconds ahead of Paddle, who's still got 1.5 seconds ahead of, well, he's dropped Jamie by 1.5 seconds, hasn't he? Still got Control and George. Excuse me. Still got Kylo and Little Horrors. Still battling. Little Horrors this time comes out ahead of Kylo. He's now got Jonah read up his Jacksie. Followed by Tribe and Forest read on the back of them all. Where are we? Down the wrong way. There you go. Trying to find something. With 3 seconds, nearly 2 seconds from Jamie, Paddle out second, and then we've got Control. Everybody's just where they're getting all this, all these gaps from. So, where are we? He's going to be Kylo, Little Horrors and Jonah, and Tribe before closest even. Okay, I can't even talk. Closest on the track. Where's my voice gone?
Where's me juice?
Again there. This back straight, DRS wide open. Horrors gone to the outside. Gets run in. Oh, the braking so always went deep. Is Kylo going to come back? I'm not sure that's going to be the best place to try that. I think he thought better of it and just dropped him behind the Ferrari there. It's a battle for 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th and 11th. Forest is right there as well. Is that Bob getting away? Excuse me, sorry. Here we go again, Kalo Little Horrors. On this back straight. Jonah's going to take an opportunist. What a move, he's going to get two of them. By the time they come across the line, there's Jonah. There he is. Somebody's coming to the pits. Paddleboy has pitted. On lap 6, that's very early. These two still side by side. Who's going to come out? Ooh, something sounded like somebody just hit the wall there, to be fair. Was that Forrest? Oh, it was. What happened to Forrest? He's broken his front wing. He's going to get... Oh, Jonah. Oh, bastards. So Jonah now gets past Little Horace Kalo. Well, he was ahead of Tribe already, wasn't he? But Tribe... Little Horace, sorry, Kalo, my mistake. Don't know why I keep getting Little Horace confused by everybody else. Whoa, a little bit of oversteer by the McLaren there. Drops in behind Tribe in 9th. So it's Nick, 5.5 seconds new in front from Jamie in control. That is your top 3, and George new 4th with Bob. They're in 5th. Nearly 2 seconds ahead of this battle. Jonah, Little Horace, Tribe, and Kayla. These things, therefore, still nose to tail. Another DRS, 3 DRS runs here, of course. All 3 easily opportunities for overtaking. You just got to be at the reek gap behind to get it done. Whoa, Forrest. 10 seconds speeding in the pit lane. I think that you could speed into the pit lane here, to be honest, because you've got a chicane going in. It's a bit of a piss take trying to get yourself into the pit lane. Jonah now pulled second and a half from Little Horace, who's still got Tribe, and Kaido Reap behind. Oh, Forrest has a 70% rear wing damage. Well, that's going to make it difficult getting a run. That must have been you slammed down to that wall canny hard, young'un. Unlucky, but you're still getting, so, you know. And then the yellow flag up there, I think that's Forrest once again. But he seems alright, must have went off the track, come back straight back on again. So, still your top 3 is Nick, Jamie in control. These 3 are still the closest on the track at the moment. And Paddleboy's not that far behind, and he's already pitted, of course. Who was that? There's Little Horace jumping into the pits. If you want to laugh, watch. Forrest in Sector 1, well, he's in Sector 3 at the minute. So there is your leader, 6.2 seconds in front. Like I said earlier on, he gets in front. And he just drives his own race, doesn't have to worry about anybody else, doesn't have to worry about anybody trying to get underneath him or past him in any way. And off he goes. Our last week's winner, of course, he did the same thing last week as well. Got in front and away he went. So, still got Jamie in second. Looking pretty alright, but then we've got Control and George. Bob's still there in 5th, but now he's got Jonah catching him. Oh, excuse me. Oh, there's your first track limits penalty. There's Bob. Jonah's within DRS of big lock. surprised Bob's on the medium tyres. He didn't normally start on the hards, but not this week. Like I say, I'm not sure if it's going to be a 2 or a 1-stop stop. There's another 3-second penalty for Kylo. And now he's been out racing for a few weeks with his broken arm, but so it's still, where is he? Where's the leader? There he is. Looking very, very comfortable out front. 6.3 out front from Jamie and George. Who's pitted, who hasn't? Let's have a quick shuffle, shall we? Here we go. Only the 4 of them have stopped. Actually, Forrest could deal with the safety car and get there. Where you down? Get rid of that 10-second penalty, couldn't he? Bob catching George now. Jonah's still beat behind Bob. George must have made a mistake or something because Bob's caught him beat up, hasn't he? And he's now 8 seconds off the back. That's a McLaren. I think that's Kylo Gangland, isn't it? It is. So he hasn't done any damage. Where am I going? Where am I? Here we are. So George still manages to hold off Bob, Jonah, and a Paddleboy right there as well. Of course, Paddleboy's already stopped. He's coming into the pits, so is Bob, I think, by the look of it, the 2 of them, and they both come into the pits. Oh, actually, there you can speed into the pit lane because the line comes up before the bit chicane. So Nick now 15.5 seconds away from Jonah, who hasn't stopped yet. Paddleboy, who has. Hang on. Where's Jonah gone? I'm looking at the wrong person. What the fuck? Looking at another 10-second penalty. My God, that pit lane entrance seemed to be taking the piss to eat. So it's Nick, Paddleboy, and Jonah. Like I say, Paddleboy's the only one of the top 3 that has actually stopped yet. I think I'm right. Yes, I am. So now just the 3 of them to pit. That's Nick. What tyres are they on? All hard tyres. Right, get rid of that. I'm not sure how long the pit lane is here. I mean, is that Nick already? Is he just passed? He has, he's just lapped Forrest. He's gone round again. Paddleboy new pulled out the DRS of Jonah, so Paddleboy's fresher tyres doing him a lot more favours than Jonah's, obviously, and Jonah keeps locking up like that. That's not going to help him at all. We've still got what's RBD's going all over the place. Tribe in 4th, Control, and then we've got Jamie 6th. With little Horace and George, Bob, Kylo, and Forrest at the back there. Forrest lap down now from Nick, obviously. How far will Nick's tyres go before he's got to come in? And will Paddleboy take the lead? I'm thinking, yes, it's only 14.5 seconds, and I'm still thinking it's about 18 seconds for a pit stop in this race-ish. It's usually about 18 to about 25 seconds for a pit stop, depending on the pit lane. Who's that? Jonah dropped 2 seconds off the back of Paddleboy. Of course, his tyres are a lot older than Paddleboy's. Where are we? Who's this closest? Little Horace and George. Here we go. George, that was close. Is he going to get him on the outside before they get to the braking zone? Yes, he does. So George up to 7th, Little Horace down to 8th. Flag again out there, that could be Forrest again, is it? Yeah, Forrest having a hell of a time on his no TC beneath. So Nick finally picks. Actually put them 17 laps with them tyres gone all the way to the end. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Jonah pits as well, and Tribe pits as well, so pardon me. Paddleboy takes the lead from Nick. Nick's tyres are a lot younger than Paddleboy's, and they're a different compound. So let's see. Whoa, who was that? I think that was Forrest Cameron, to be fair. Nice to see all 11 drivers still gone. Nobody's crashed out yet, which is rather nice. 3.5 seconds, Paddleboy's lead from Nick. And then we've got, is everybody paid? Let me just check. Everybody's paid, I think, to be honest. Yes, they have. Forrest has gotten rid of that 10-second penalty, so what's that? So, top three, Paddleboy, Nick and Control from Jamie, George and Little Horace. Then we've got Bob and Tribe. Jonah all the way doing a 9th from Kylo, and Forrest bringing up the rear. There's your leader for now. Problem with Paddleboy I have found over the last few weeks is he gans out hell for leather and, well, ruins his tyres, so we'll have to wait and see how he does this week on this track, on this day in history. Oh my God, that's like 3-second penalties for Kylo now. Everybody spread out. I hate it after the pit stop, you know, because everybody spreads out. Excuse me. No, that's not. Yeah, it was Forrest Cameron again. Too much. Still doing. Once your tyres, once you can run, of course he's got no end plates at all on his front wing. He might want to go in and get rid of that front wing and change it. We'll have to wait and see if he can manage run here without them, sorry. Leader. Wow, did not see that coming. Nick is right up Paddleboy's Jackson now. Within his DRS. Well, he didn't have it open there, so we get him going into turn 1. I'm thinking yes might be the answer to this. Is going to go and run the outside. Make it stick, still side by side. Yes, he got it just. So Nick takes the lead from Paddleboy, controlling 3rd. Then we've got Jamie, George, Little Horace, Bob. Bob's doing well as well, actually, this week in 7th. And then we've got Tribe, Jonah, who's not doing as well, although he does get a fastest lap at 30.459. Excuse me. Still going with me. He's going to try and finish this race with no front end, I think. With no end plates on his wing. Let's see how he gets on the first section. He reckons if you want to laugh, have a look. Yeah, you can tell he's really struggling for front end grip now with the wing being a bit knackered as it is. Yeah, bugger nearly. Well held, Forrest. I thought he was going to go and slamming into the wall there. Nick, nearly 2 seconds now he's pulled away from Paddleboy. Again, like I say, his Paddleboy's tyre's going to last him to the end, but we can only wait and find out. It's only lap 14. Just halfway assistance there now for it's Nick, Paddleboy and Control. That is your top 3. Jamie now hunting doing Control. In 4th, sorry, and then we've got is that, I think that's a 10-second penalty he got for speeding in the pit lane, didn't he? But he's still gone, still in 5th place there for now on the road. Then we've got Little Horace and Tribe. Jonah only making this rating where 8, that'll be the Williams once again. Forrest having a hell of a time running around there. I mean, no traction control is one thing, but having near front end grip is totally other. Totally another, I should say. Fucking hell, I can't speak this week. What's going on? And then we got, actually, what happened to Bob? Bob was a lot, fifth a minute again, he's still ahead of his teammate, and Forrest still going room with near end plates on his front wing. Still manages to keep it out of the wall just. So Nick do 2.5 seconds since he's getting past Paddleboy. What, 2 laps again? 2.5 seconds. He's pulled away from Paddleboy from control, and he's got Jamie in his DRS. Here we go. He's going to get him. Yes, he is. Before the braking zone, easy peasy. The lemons are squeezed. Oh, excuse me. When was the last time you seen Jamie on the podium? It's been a while as far as I know. It has been a while. It'd be nice to see Jamie back on the podium. Oh, Nick, you plum. So it's Nick, Paddleboy, and Jamie, dude. That is your top 3. Kylo needs to stop getting them penalties. I don't know where he's getting them though, that's the thing. Not the worry. Control's still there in 4th. Hang on. Could become 3rd at the end of the straight. Not quite, yes, maybe. Yeah. Ooh, a big knock up there by the Haas. Oh, he's gone well deep. That should give the Williams easy peasy straight back through. Forrest reckons he's quicker now than he was with a front end. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. Oh no, we've got a safety car, I think. Or is it a full, or is it the... Let's see if I can see. No, it's the yellow dot, so it's a full safety car, but I don't know why. Tell you what, I've got a horrible feeling. No, it wasn't. So, who's that? Oh, it's kind of. Oh, it's got near front end at all. So he's been in the while. That's brought out the safety car. There it is. So, under the safety car, lap 17 of 29. It's Nick from Paddleboy. And then we've got Jamie in control. 5th is George. And then we've got, oh, actually, people are jumping at the pits. Yep. Paddles jumped in, Jamie's jumped in, control, everybody but, well, Kylo will definitely be going in, I can guarantee you that for nothing. Well, he's got no front wing at all, has he? and so the only one that hasn't paid is Nick. Ooh. Is that a good thing or is it going to be a bad thing? How long has he had them tyres on for? He's only had them on 5 laps, but everybody else is going to have brand new tyres. Right. Forrest, I'm proud, really proud that I didn't cause that. Indeed, considering you had near front end, near end plates on your front wing, I should say. Nick's not coming in. Nick's going to take these tyres all the way to the end, I think. So it's Nick, Paddleboy and Jamie. That is your top 3 from Control, Little Horizon. Tribe is your next 3 then. Jonah, George, with Bob, Kylo and Forrest a lap doing. When will the safety car come in? I wonder if it's going to wait for them two at the very back to catch up. Actually, what tyres did everybody put on? I'm sure I saw a set of softs. I did. Kayla's a set of softs on. Not sure they're going to help him, but you never know, do you? Lap 18 of 29. Hopefully the safety car come in. I'm not sure he's going to wait for them two at the back. That seems like an awful long time. Oh, they knew. Good. Safety lights and on the safety car. I don't know where I said the free begins, to be fair. I think it's staying up by the look at that. It's going to be too late to get in new, to be honest. So it's going to go and run again. £3 for track limits under the safety car. Well, there you go. Kill your tyres. Yeah, of course Nick's got that 3-second penalty he's going to have to pull out on his older tyres. Actually, much older tyres as far as I know. Maybe. Safety car in this lap. It's not going to wait for Forrest to catch up. Of course, Forrest is a lap down, of course. So Nick becomes the safety car. When will he decide? When will he decide to get the power down? Of course, you don't want to drag them, everybody else behind you, up into turn one. He's away, I think. He's put it to beat. Lap 20 of 29. Nick from Paddleboy and Jamie. That is your top three. Here we go. Green light racing again. Paddleboy jumps. Paddleboy stays in second. And Dan's right round the outside of Nick. Better tyres, of course. Wait, newer tyres, but I think Paddleboy's on the hard tyres, isn't he? Yes, he is. So it's new Paddleboy from Nick and Jamie. That is your top three now. With control, we've got Little Horrors and Tribe with George. And it is Jonah Kylo. And then we've got Bob. And like I said, Forrest has run again. And he's lost his front end plate once again. There's Paddleboy half second move from Nick. These four behind, right nose to tail. Of course they're going to beat. Safety cars just come in this. Oh, there it is. So here we go again. No DRS, of course. for at least one lap. Should be at the end of this next lap. As Jimmy, 6 seconds from Nick. I think Nick's tyres unfortunately Nick's tyres are a lot older than everybody else. He's the only one that didn't pit under that safety car. New fastest lap by Paddleboy at 30.90, my mistake. So Paddle knew out of DRS from Jamie, him and Nick are fighting, that'll be why. With Controller and Little Horizon. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it's going crazy. I was going to say something and I just my mind went totally blank, so that's well, I didn't know what that was. I think that might have been a bit of a lag from Nick's car there. Is Control going to be able to get past him before the end of this straight? I don't think he is. Not quite. Still there. The Nick's tyres can't at the very end before they got off. Well, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Lap 21 of 29. Still in third place at the minute, but he has got that 3 second penalty. He's dropped off the back of Jamie now. Jamie's away, 2.5 behind the leader. Paddleboy's tyres shouldn't get off the cliff and go bang this week. I mean, he has just changed them. Here we go again. Control gets Nick before that turn 17, I think it is. Horace having to go down the inside of Nick as well. Did Nick just that? He's had to get in the pits. He's had enough. So, your fastest lap at 30.008. Who was that again? From Tribe, I think, wasn't it? So, where are we? Paddleboy. Just with a DRS from Jamie, and then we've still got Control and Little Horace. Little Horace has got a lot of penalties though, so that's going to drop him doing the order at the end. Still got all 11 drivers in play, which is nice. Little Horace has lost his front end plate, hasn't he? Yes, I didn't notice that before. Kalo gets another one, I think that's about 12 or 15 he's got now, seconds of penalties. So it's Paddleboy from Jamie and Control, and on Little Horace going to the inside of Control. Is he going to get him? Not quite. Just has to drop in behind once again, and he tried clambering, just waiting for one of these two to make a mistake. How's that end plate? Messing with Little Horace's front grip. I can imagine from what we've seen of Forrest's front grip. He's got his DRS wide open. He's ahead of Control. Control doesn't really have to fight Little Horace here, to be fair. Like I say, Little Horace has got double figures of track limit penalties. Lap 23 of 29 now. Paddleboy and Jamie still in front from these three. And then who we got behind them? We've still got George with Jonah clambering all over his gearbox as well. Is Jonah not going to get on the podium again this week? You know what I mean. Jonah's still not managed to get past George yet. Got a yellow flag, that'll be the Williams of Forest. I said you've got to give it to Forest, he's still getting. Even if he is being gone sideways more than anything else. Here we go, DRS up, and that should be an easy overtake, even in the Sauber against the Aston. It's not quite still side by side. Jonah manages to get that done. Has the inside line. Moved Jonah up to 6th. George to 7th, but he hasn't finished yet. He'll get DRS into turn 1. On the inside, Jonah and George. Oh, a little bit of kissing going on there. That was a little bit of a love tap, wasn't it? I think he gave him plenty of room. Just maybe it's a little bit understeer from Jonah. Maybe it's a bit. I don't know. Lap 24 of 29, still Paddleboy out front. 2 seconds new from Jamie with Little Horace in 3rd on the road, anywho. And then we've got Control, hang on. That was lucky. Like, watch it overtake here. Oh, we're going to get an overtake. Side by side again. Yep. Yes, Tonsil Tickler. I thought you were back this week, to be fair, young. But back next week, well, it'd be nice to see you back on the grid, back. See if you've learned anything since you've been away. Little Horace coming back once again at Control. Little Horace, although he's got all them pennies, he's not going to give it up. I like his style. He races well, Little Horace, like I said before in streams gone by. He is one of our most improved drivers this year. Just to stay ahead of Control, down into turn 1. Oh, he's got a little bit wide. Once you get out wide and get on the dirty part of the track there, it just drags you and drags you even further. So Control gets back through into 3rd from Little Horace and Tribe in 5th. Then we've got George and Jonah. Oh, babe. Still there, 6th and 7th. And Kylo there again with. Let's see, what am I telling you? It's Kylo that's got lots and lots of little penalties there again. Little Horace has only got 3-second penalty that way. Got that rang then, didn't you, Davey? 18 seconds for Kylo now. Well, that's kind of screwed his race completely up. He was going to fight with his teammate. Let's get rid of that. Another yellow flag. Albert Forrest, is he still going? Yeah. Seems to, although Forrest does have like, what was it? 70% rear wing damage from when he hit the wall earlier. Paddleboy new 3 seconds away from. Oh, Jamie just gets a 3-second penalty there from Jamie and Little Horace in 3rd. With Control, Tribe and George 4th, 5th and 6th with Jonah still there. Not making the inroads. Oh, Kylo's gone. He's gone. I don't know where he's gone though. Oh, he's gone. Where's he gone? Coming on to the straight. That's a strange place to go, but oh no. Wait a minute, he may have run into the pits. He's gone into the pits to his car's now going to come back out. So I'm thinking that must be a virtual safety car. I can't see any light panellings. I thought it was a. There you go, DSC. So then that just leaves the 10 of them, and Forrest's tenacity keeps him going, gets him into the points. Who's that behind? Oh, that was, yeah. I was going to say that's not Jamie right behind Paddleboy because he's 3 seconds behind him, but yeah. The VSC end. Oh, Bob, speeding under the VSC just as it finishes. That's unfortunate. So Paddleboy, Jamie and Little Horace, it's your top 3 from Control. Little Horace needs to pull out 3 seconds on Control to keep his podium this week. from Tribe, and then we've still got George and Jonah, 6th and 7th with Nick's coming to the pits again. And Bob's coming to the pits. And Forrest came in the pits, okay. So there is your leader. 3.5 seconds in front, new paddle boy. Very comfortable, very easy. Like I say, he's put a new set of tyres on, so his tyres aren't going to go and bang this week, which is nice for him. And we've still got Jamie and Little Horrors, 2nd and 3rd on the road, like I say. Although Jamie should be alright, as long as that's just 3-second penalty, which I think it is, to be honest. Little Horrors, on the other hand, still needs another 1.5 away from a control. He could do a control and Tribe, come and, start fighting, and then that'll help him out. Still got George ahead of Jonah. Jonah's not having the time of his life this week. He did say he was not having a good practice session earlier on. And then we've still got Nick. There he is. And we've got Bob. And for all his trials and tribulations, Forrest is still going, and he's over that is a ghost car. Right? Oh, it might be ghost because he's going to get lapped. That'll be why. So there's your leader. What is it? Lap 28 of 29. Penultimate lap. Here we go. Oh, who's that behind? Was that Tribe? Gone too deep into turn 1, but I tell you what, Little Horrors knew. He's almost got his 3 seconds. He's got a lap and a half, or just under 2 laps to do to get that extra, just under a second away from control. I'm not sure he's going to be able to do it, to be fair. Where's the leader? There he is. He's got this nicely sewn up, hasn't he? Really. A flag, that'll be Forrest Cameron again. Not a problem. He's still got it. As long as he doesn't put it in the wall and kill his car, he should be right. So, can Paddle get run this last lap without hitting the wall? Well, I wouldn't put it past him. I've seen him do it before. But anywho, Paddle just over 6 seconds away from Jamie. Horrors is not getting, he's going to lose this podium to Tribe. Pretty sure he is. Excuse me. Sorry, for Little Horrors is going to lose it to Control, my mistake. So last lap, 29 of 29, Paddle Boy, 6-7 seconds in front from Jamie. He should keep that, and then he's got Little Horrors. He needs another 8 tenths, 7, 8 tenths away in this last lap from Control to keep his podium. Can he do it? Well, he's got a broken end plate on his front wing, so I'm not sure he's going to be able to do that. From Tribe, still there in 5th. George, the new driver, up there. Can he 6th place? And he's still ahead of Jonah. 2.5 ahead of Jonah now. From Nick, Bob, and Forrest. What Forrest, lad? Where are we? Half a lap. Almost a half a lap. It looks like the heat here is behind the cars in certain parts of the track. It looks like the car's on fire. Been a nice, easy, dominant display from the Paddle Boy. Well, I say dominant since he got out front. Nick, he hasn't made the places back. Look, he's getting all excited. Look, didn't do that. Accidentally crash into the wall on your last lap, that would be horrendous, wouldn't it? And he crosses the line, and it's Paddle Boy takes the win in Miami from Jamie. Crosses the line in second, should keep his second place. Little Horrors, 2.8, 2.8, is he going to lose it? He does lose it to Control on the line from Little Horrors in 4th. Then we've got Tribe and George in 6th. Followed by Jonah, very upsetting, not upsetting, a bit disappointed with Jonah's race and eat there, 7th place, but 8th. Who's coming in the pits? Not sure I understand the pitting on the last lap, but there you go. From Bob. And and the very unfortunate, I've got no traction control. Forrest, but he gets it right. Oh, he's been in, changed his front wing gear. But he's, is he crossed the lane? He's crashed before crossing the lane. Well, that was just not a very clever idea. So he doesn't even get a point. What the fuck? Just waiting for Bob. Comes across the line in 9th place. What the fuck? All Forrest had to do was bam him one more turn and he would have gotten a point. Instead, he slammed it into the wall and didn't finish the race. So that was your Miami Grand Prix. What we got? Paddle out front, wasn't it? From Jamie and Control. Whoops. Control. Fastest lap from Jamie at 1:30.008. My driver of the day. I'm going to give it to Paddle. Jamie. No penalties, and he had a canny race, and he won. So from where he was, anyway, on the grid, he managed to get all the way to the top spot. So that was your Miami Grand Prix. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry I wasn't as chatty as I normally am tonight. Like I said, I haven't felt very well all day, so wait, since I woke up early, I hadn't had a nap. Woke up and felt like shit. So next week, as I've already said, we're going to be in Bahrain. This bunch of delinquents will be there. I'll be here. So if you fancy it, come and join us. Have some fun at Bahrain. So until then, as usual, I'm going to love you and I'm going to leave you. And good night for now, ladies and gentle peeps.